Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Justin Crow Show. Today is Monday, January the 31st, 2022. We are talking about the Super Bowl 56 between the Rams, who have beaten the 49ers last night in the NFC Championship, and the Bengals beating the Chiefs in the shocking inning of the NFC Championship game. And Tom Brady's retired after 22 seasons. Yes, I know it's funny over for him. He had a heck of a career with 7 Super Bowl titles, and for the Patriots and for the Buccaneers. 6 for the Patriots, 1 for the Buccaneers, and yes, you all just heard about Tom Brady's retirement. That was Saturday. That was Saturday. He has announced for his retirement last Saturday, and it's a very shocking moment for the NFL. What is this means for the NFL? Well, we'll get that for at the while, but first we're going to talking about the NFC, the Rams, the one who pulled it off to beat the San Francisco 49ers in a wonderful, wonderful game. I know the 49ers have been very emotional right now after that loss, and it was heartbroken, and it was this and that, and it is what it is, and it's just don't even know what's going to happen in the NFL. Greatest games, two teams, 2 games have been amazing. 2 games have been amazing, and the Los Angeles Rams will go into the Super Bowl. They will play at home at the Super Bowl to face the Cincinnati Bengals since last year when Tampa Bay hosted the Super Bowl at home and to beat the Chiefs last year on Super Bowl 55. But now we're going to talk about this, what's happening, see what's going on. We're going to go to that one and see what's going on right here, if you will, please. And yes, and that's what happened. Here's what all went down last night. Now, here's what went down last night. Now, it says the Los Angeles Rams are NFC champions after ending a 6-game losing streak to the rivals San Francisco 49ers with Sunday's 20-17 win. Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford waiting 13 seasons for his first playoff win and is now heading to the Super Bowl, and Los Angeles will host Super Bowl 56 against the Cincinnati Bengals in their home venue, SoFi Stadium. The Rams open as 3.5 points favorites. This leaves blood from the Atlanta Falcons. Everything surrounding Sunday's NFC Championship match. Check out the accolades other live blogs for conference championship weekends, covers Bengals, Chiefs, and get a look at the Super Bowl, the teams, picks, and more in the Super Bowl 56 live. Now that's what happened. What happened was that we're up 20-7 after that figure, but I'm not sure of this. Now, the quarterback of the 49ers, who had threw an interception after the play throw down. After the play, the infant had nowhere to go, nowhere to win the ball go. The defenders had around, and guess what happened? He threw a pick, and that was the end of it. So the Rams have beaten the 49ers. They kneeled down, they won the game. They are the NFC champs for the second time. So now, hey, everything can happen in football. Everything can happen in football. And the 49ers were that close. They were that close. And then some kind of times, although Bangles had never been in the Super Bowl. will go this year. And the Rams, although they lost to they had lost to the Patriots 3 years ago. They had lost to the Patriots 3 years ago on Super Bowl 53. That's what happened. But hey, it is what it is. It's a good game. It's gonna be a wonderful game here in LA. LA hosts their own home. And yeah. So anyway. Now let's go down to this. Now the 49ers defense failed what they needed. England California Jack Cressy tough still doesn't know how he dropped the will be in the section now. The war for underthrow deep pass from Browns quarterback Matthew Stanford in the fourth quarter. For me, it's the moment of truth. The 49ers safety said, and the moment of truth showed, and I didn't step up. At the time, the 49ers were nursery a 3-point lead. They'll be off to now franchise 8 Super Bowl if they can code it. A pick will giving them the ball at one midfield with about 6 minutes left. The opportunity was indeed a golden one, and it was indeed scrambled when the ball and the 49ers' last remnants of control over the NFC Championship game slipping through Todd's hands. There's no mystery in how this story ended. The Rams dove forward for that point and scored the game's final 13 points. They won the NFC title with their 2017 victory at SoFi Stadium. They played the Bangles in the Super Bowl at the same stadium in 2 weeks. So that's what happened, and this is what's happening right now for us. It's just a game. 49ers needed that win, and they needed a field goal to tie the game at 20. It's a long way to go, and they couldn't do it. They failed, and they just feel heartbreaking. I feel sorry for them. But the Los Angeles Rams are going to the Super Bowl, and that's fine. Hey, something has happened in San Francisco. They never won a Super Bowl since 1995 when they beat the Chargers on Super Bowl 29. Steve Long, Jerry Rice, and Ricky Walters, or something like that. They are the good team. They are the good team. And it was in 94, 95 and they won. That Steve Long has it all. But what I saw last night when the 49ers or the Bell team, they beat the Cowboys, they beat the Packers, but they came out short. And that's what they had to live with it for the rest of their lives. Even though they didn't go to the Super Bowl, that's just like what's happening here, what's going on, what's happening here. It's just absolutely unbelievable when you lose this game for real. So Williams going to the Super Bowl. So now let's go to the AFC Championship. Lesson Day. Lesson Day will know the Chiefs. They know that could be the Chiefs Williams history in Super Bowl. Well, the Chiefs lead to be beaten, but the Bengals were down. They deserve to be beaten. Cincinnati deserved to be beaten. They were down 21-3 in the first half. Patrick Mahomes, they hit stand. They got the touchdown. The Kansas City Chiefs up 21-3. And yes, it's just a game. They were up 21-3. The Kansas City Chiefs up 21-3 in the first half. And now look what happened. They have been collapsed. They had been collapsed. They were up 21-3 in the first half. Patrick Mahomes knows it. Then in the fourth quarter, then in the third quarter, the Bengals came back. It was 21-10. And then it was 21-13. And then Patrick Mahomes had to interception pass. And then the Bengals had to after the Bengals set up, and then they had to stop the Cincinnati Bengals for scoring. Okay, what happens next? They got the Bengals took over. They came on the end zone for the touchdown. It's the touchdown. And then they're going to the 2-point conversion. Now they're going to the 2-point conversion. And they tied this game up. It was tied at 21. Bengals thought they're going to lose this game. They're going to go home. But wait a minute. It's not over. It ain't it. And that's what's happening. And what happens. Patrick Mahomes and the offense have been collapsing. They were up 21-3. They were up 17 points. It's just a national disaster for them. The Kansas City had never had a blowout. Kansas, and this is how it's happening. Bengals, man, they have pulled a shocking upset in a comeback, and yeah. After that, they had to set in the field goal. It was 24-21. Then the Chiefs came back. We know Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs going to get a touchdown, but no field goal for the Bengals. But hey, look, Cincinnati, the defense, they were tough. The defense was tough, strong, and they after Patrick Mahomes and they'll tell. Okay, that it is what it is. But you can't blame Patrick Mahomes. He had a heck of a season. And that's why they had to set in the field goal to go to overtime. And then the Chiefs had the ball first in overtime. After the coin toss, the Chiefs had the ball first. Patrick Mahomes and the offense try. He drew the pass. The thought it was an interception. They drew the pass. It was incomplete. And, yeah. Patrick Mahomes threw the long pass to Hill. It was incomplete. And they had to set a pump. So what did Cincinnati do? Well, they have plans. They won the ball. They won the ball before they get to the end zone. No, they got to get to the field goal range now. The defense of the Chiefs, the Chiefs defense try. But guess what? They can't. And then Cincinnati had the field goal, and it was all over. Now the Bengals won 27-24, our final score. Kansas City had given up the field goal to Kansas City. Kansas City giving up the field goal to Cincinnati, and then let them head to the Super Bowl. So anyway, this is one of the biggest comebacks to Cincinnati I ever seen in my whole damn life. I ever watched this. I never watched this game for real. And for real. Cincinnati Bengals are going to the Super Bowl to face the Rams this month. Next month in February the 13th. That will be Sunday. Okay. Let's just cut it right now. Okay, well, I know that the Chiefs it was a heartbreaking loss to Kansas City. And they're not going to the Super Bowl today. They're not going to the Super Bowl this year. Period. They're not going to the Super Bowl. What they did, they collapsed. But I feel bad. But I don't blame them. I don't blame Kansas City for this. I mean, excuse me, my words kind of messed up. So anyway, Patrick Mahomes, his team had a heck of a one. They know they're going to be a better team, and they came up short. They can't. They came up short to Cincinnati. And what is Cincinnati came from? They all know they all know since Kansas City knows what they thought they are. And they let Cincinnati off the hook. They let Cincinnati off the hook. Where does Cincinnati came from? Ohio. They came from the hill to win the game. Yeah. They came here to win the game. They shot Kansas City. They shot Tennessee. They shot Las Vegas. And now they're on their way to the Super Bowl on February the 13th. That's going to be their first Super Bowl since 1989 and 1988 season. So anyway, you know how it goes. That's what happened. And one thing they're talking about is, hey, look, this is all true, and it is what it is. It was once again. So now let's take a look at this, folks. I can't, I can't, I can't take my eyes off. Now look, here it is. Cultural glasses. I won't even peek at you. Super Bowl bound Joe Burrow, and his swag is sweeping all before him. The 25-year-old quarterback used the lyrics from Little Baby in the 2018 song Less Indeed with Drake as the captain of the Instagram post in the aftermath of the Cincinnati Bengals' extraordinary win over the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday. The post included pictures from the victory, pursued by a ball arriving at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, ducking out in a full coat and black roll neck, some shades and shame. Burrow was the walking embodiment of his nickname Joe Burrow, and his entire alone had people preceded it with a Bengals win. Burrow was asked about his chain, capping it off with a GB9 pendant. Afterwards, especially if the diamonds were real. They're definitely real. I think I make too much money to have fake ones. Burrow answered with a laugh. These are real. Burrow oozes charisma, and his never say down attitude and confidence after fear has helped transform the Bengals from the worst team in the NFL to Super Bowl champions. A long war. Now, Burrow shot to put down the opponents with his standout quarterbacking at LSU, but it was the photos of him celebrating his college national championship title in 2009, smoking a cigar, that made him a fan favorite. When Burrow was drafted in 2020, number one overall by the Bengals, they were the worst team in the league with a historically bad playoff record. In the space of 2 years, he has helped completely reshaping the franchise's future. There were gaspes of his skills in his rookie last year season, but that was a cut short after he had torn inaccurate collar ligament and medical collar ligament in week 11 against the Washington football team. But it has been in his second season. It has been in his second season when Burrow has really blossomed both on and off the field. Now, take a look at this now. Bauer draws a fourth quarter pass against the Sheets. Power with his former LSU teammate Jamal Chase. The Bengals have shocked the league with their explosive offense and grunt defense. And despite being a franchise so often playing with the heartbreaking losses, Bauer has shown no signs of being bogged down by that history, leading his team in his first postseason run. The Bengals on their first playoff win in 31 years by beating the Los Angeles Raiders in a wild card round of the playoffs. They beat the number one seeded Tennessee Titans in the division round before Sunday's dominant victory to advance to their first Super Bowl since 1989. And there was an excitement about the victory over the Chiefs for the Bengals. Now, Butler was out against passing against the Chiefs. Now, when Butler and LSU beat Alabama in 2019, the team's defensive tackle Tyler Cerner carried Bell off the field a lot on his shoulder. It just so happens that Serge Everett was drafted by the Bengals in the fourth round of 2021 draft. And so on Saturday, he once again picked up Ball and placed him on his shoulder and paraded the victorious quarterback around. Cincinnati will face the LA Rams in the finale of the 2021 season. If Bell's confident, if everything goes by, there's no reason they'll stop Bengals. Can't go all the way. So what did that mean? That means the Cincinnati will win the Super Bowl this year on February the 13th. But I don't think so. I don't think so. I think the Rams going to beat the Bengals ass. So anyway. All right. Okay, let's go to Tom Brady. Okay, we're going to go to Tom Brady right now. And this was his last game against the Rams when they lost to the Rams. That was last week. That was on the 23rd of January. And here's what it says. It says Tom Brady did retire after 22 seasons. And he had a hell of a good well. So we're gonna see, and we'll go to ESPN. Let's see. Now let's hear what I have to say now. Tom Brady is retiring from football after 22 seasons in which he won a historic 7 Super Bowl titles, sources told ESPN on Saturday. When Brady, widely considered the greatest quarterback in NFL history, left the field after the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lost to the Los Angeles Rams last weekend, he knew it was likely his final act as a football player. Sources said in the days since, he has spent time discussing that the mindset is preparing his retirement announcement along with the next chapter of his life and career, sources said. Sources said that Brady's decision to retire is based on several factors, including family and health. Although it's less self-defining, Brady also recognized that the Buccaneers are likely to undergo significant roster turnover, sources said. Brady, at the age of 44, has been adamant for weeks that he never won a farewell season, and many who knew him believe he deserved. A decision made without much drama leading up to it. He will shift his focus to new invaders and believes that this is the right moment to end his playing career. It's unknown when Brady would finalize his plans to retire, but that move will be made with considering to not update the NFL's postseason games, including the Super Bowl. Brady's company, TB12 Sports, sent a tweet that appeared to confirm his decision, but later deleted the post. Don Lee, Brady's agent, defending any comment on the quarterback's free throw to Brady himself. And he said, I understand the events, speculation about Tom's free throw. Lee said in a statement, we are getting into the incompetent or insendable what's being reported. This will be the only person to express his plans to compete.
Running to Los Angeles from New York for the Super Bowl says thanks to the proven quality sleep from his sleep.
Quiet. I'm going to say again, I understand in advance speculation about Tom's future. Lee said in a statement, without getting into the caution or incorporating of what's being reported, Tom will be the only person to express his plans to compete insanely. He knows the realities of the football business and playing counter as well as anybody. So that should be seen. Now, the Buccaneers, as excuses and coaches have been bracing for Brady's retirement in recent weeks, recognizing that it was more likely not that he would hang up after the season. Team sources told ESPN. One source said, as we see at this week, that all signs point to Brady's retirement. So that's what he says, and now Tom Brady's retiring after 22 seasons. And yes, it is what it is. And well, not being was about they retiring in football. Aaron Rodgers is leaving Green Bay. Last year, Drew Brees leaves New Orleans. But we have a lot of faces, some new faces gonna come that season. We don't even know that. We don't even know. Now Patrick Mahomes taking over. Matthew Stanford takes over. Even Des Prescott taking over. I know the Cowboys here lost to the 49ers. Hey, you just never know. Tom Brady is the guy. He's a legend. He's 44 years old. He has won 17 Super Bowls in his career, 6 for the Patriots and 1 for the Buccaneers. And I feel proud of him in this moment. But in this moment of football, anything can happen. I mean, you just never know. Tom Brady is a good football player. He's a good quarterback. He's a great legend. He's 44 years old. Yes, that's the one that you always know. And that's what we have to remember. Let's always remember what this kid, what this man has spent his whole life working his ass off, playing his ass off, and doing his ass off, doing his thing. But hey, time will tell. This is Joseph Craig. I hope you enjoyed this morning on the Joseph Craig Show. And I'm probably going to see you tomorrow at the same time noon. Until then, take care, everybody. And congratulations for the Rams and the Bengals make it to the Super Bowl this year. Till then, I'm Joseph Craig. See you tomorrow.